Respect isn't given, it is earned. And the strongest leaders set of traits that make people listen to them, that make people follow them and make people trust them. And if you want to command respect as a leader, as a man, as a father, as a husband, you need to develop these traits starting today. And I'm going to show you what they are and how you can implement them and how you can adopt them in this video. Hey guys, it's Brendan, and in this video I'm going to talk about 3 traits that once you adopt these, your leadership is going to skyrocket. People are going to respect you a lot more. People are going to want to follow you or listen to you or just be around you. You're going to be more positive, you're going to be more happier, and they're going to change so much for you if you can implement them. And at the end, I will show you a little process to do and how to find these traits and own them. Something that we do in one of our 3-day events called Owning Your Traits. I'm going to give you a small little portion of that that's going to help you in that. So the first one is unshakable confidence. Leaders don't ask for permission, they step up and take charge. Confidence isn't arrogance, certainty in your actions and your decisions. Confidence is key, you hear this all the time, and confidence comes from being able to know that you can handle any situation when anything comes up. How do you do that? Have self-belief. You've got to believe in yourself. Why do people not believe in themselves? Similar to other videos, it's because of conditioning that we've picked up over time, and so we don't own those things and we don't believe in ourselves. One of the best things you can do is, well, why do I believe in myself? So you start finding all of the reasons why you do rather than all the reasons why you don't, and that's going to make you more confident. Now, when I was younger, I used to see cocky people everywhere, and so what I didn't understand, I'll explain this as quickly and as easy as I can. If you suppress something, you project it, and so people get a double dose. So we've got this middle line here, right? So for me, everyone's fully confident, they just suppress their confidence because it gets hits along the way. We just need to peel off the layers of the confidence, whether it be doubt or fear or nervousness or anxiousness or, timid or shy or quiet, whatever all those things are. You just need to peel them off, and then the true self, the confident, comes out. So we're at this baseline, and so if we drop down because we suppress our confidence, because we lack self-belief, or we think we're shy or quiet or something like that, so we lower ourselves. So then our confidence is suppressed, and to get it back up to this line, to balance it out, see how from this line it's this way, but this other person is here on this line. Now, as a universal law, as above, so below, this person comes down to here. And law, universal law, this person has to go up here to even this out. So, but if you raise your confidence, this person slowly goes like this, right? So that was like that. So for me, I suppressed my confidence, and rather than seeing everyone else as kind of like baseline confidence, I saw so many people as cocky because I'd suppressed mine, projected it onto them, and to balance it out, it had to make them more confident or more arrogant. Opposite way. When I was walking around, I saw cocky people everywhere, and it used to bother me. And I was like, I used to reject people like that because obviously I'd never want to be like that. So then any type of confidence, it just kept putting my confidence further and further down. It's a vicious cycle, and so many people go through it. Now, what happened was when I started raising my confidence, I don't see cocky people everywhere. Maybe I'm the cocky one, I don't know, but I don't think so. But everyone is just around and they're just doing their thing. And I literally cannot tell you the last time I met someone who I thought was cocky, because I've raised my confidence and I'm at this level line, and also I'm not projecting my shit onto everyone else, and I'm just seeing them how they are. And I probably don't attract people who are like that into my life too. But this is just an example to show you that when you raise your confidence, the world around you changes. So don't think that overnight it's just going to change like this. It has to just slowly improve over time. One of the best ways is to just outwork good confidence, outwork your self-doubt. Think about when you're driving a car for the first time. You're not very confident. When you first get in the car, you're probably doubting, you've got to check all the things and worrying about all the cars. There's so much going on and you're definitely not confident. But as time goes on, all of a sudden you can then be driving and you can look it around and you can do things, and you can be on your phone, not recommended, but you can be on your phone, you can be eating, you can be talking to people, you can be looking around sights, everything, brushing your teeth if you need to. So you're driving and you're doing all these things and you're confident. There's no lack of confidence. You're just like, yeah, I know I'm going to get to here and here. And you know that you can handle red lights or any accidents or anything that comes up, you can handle it. So it just comes from practice. So we've got to outwork the self-doubt. You outwork the doubt in learning to drive properly. But the same is true true with everything else in life. To understand that whatever it is that you think that you lack confidence in the most, outwork the doubt that's there and you'll slowly become more confident. Now, Marcus Aurelius said, confidence is not I will succeed. Confidence is I'll be fine if I don't. And that's true marker of confidence. A lot of people think confidence is the life of the party. It's not. Confidence is your ability to handle anything that comes up. Know that you'll be okay. Know that you can handle anything. That's where true confidence comes in. And the second trait here, the ones who are leaders and the ones who are followers, is extreme ownership and accountability. Weak men blame others. Strong men and strong leaders take responsibility. When you own your mistakes, people trust you more. People like you more. And it's so simple. A lot of people, they still think they take their half of the responsibility and the other person has to take their half. It's still them pushing the other half onto them saying you need to take that out of responsibility. That's not how this works. Everything's in your reality means you need to take responsibility for everything. Some men, some people are not willing to go to that level. And that's why they're never going to succeed. That's why they're not going to get to the level they want, because you need to take full ownership, full accountability, because responsibility is power. Now, I used to blame a lot of people for my lack of results. And I would, especially when I first started the business, it'd be like, oh yeah, but this person didn't buy, or the leads aren't great, or this person didn't work, or they didn't get it, or anything like this. And why is this happening? And then I realized that responsibility is power. And so then I started asking myself, like, how did I create this for myself? Who or what am I blaming here? And then I could start taking control back. Because if you are blaming someone else, you're playing the role of the victim and you'll never be able to work through anything. You're in a very powerless state. So you need to take full responsibility. There was a job that I was working on. If you don't know, I was in construction before I got into this. And I was running a job, and on one of the jobs, we were pouring some concrete and the things didn't kind of come out very well. There was holes in it and everything like that. And I was running the job, or running that area, and the big bosses down from me, they wanted to find out who was doing it. They probably wanted to blame someone for it. And I just took responsibility. I said, that was my area, it's on me. And I wouldn't tell them what happened. I wouldn't tell them who did it. Obviously they knew what happened, but I didn't mention any names. I took full ownership, full responsibility of that. Here's the amazing thing. The guys that were working underneath me, they respected me so much. They would do anything for me. If I said do this, I could see literally overnight, by me taking responsibility, the extra respect I got from the crew underneath me. All because I didn't put anyone under the bus. I took full responsibility. So this is what I'm telling you to say. Someone else might have gone there, but they did that. But you're the one that's looking after it. It's full responsibility, total ownership, total responsibility. And even the bigger bosses as well, they had so much more respect for me. All because I took ownership. And so that's the key point. Extreme ownership, extreme accountability, and people will respect you more, and they will want to follow you. They will want to be around you, and they will want to trust you, and they will trust you because they know that you take responsibility. Now, obviously, you don't take responsibility for things that you had nothing to do, that aren't even in your reality. Some people might want to take responsibility for things that have got nothing to do with them. Now, if that's a choice, cool, but you don't need to do that. For example, I don't take responsibility for things that are going on in the world. To be honest, I don't even know if it's still going on, what's happening there. But I don't take responsibility for it because I don't know anything about it. It's not even in my reality. So I don't take any responsibility for it. However, if that was right here in my living room, or my home, or in my suburb or city, then I would be asking myself, right, how can I take responsibility of this? What's going on here? Why have I created this for myself? And I would start taking responsibility. Now, I wouldn't say I would go in there and take over. I'm not saying take over, I'm saying take responsibility. So that's the key point we need to really understand. Whatever's in your world, take ownership, take responsibility of that. And the respect that will come from that is massive. Now, Jocko Willink said, leaders take responsibility. When things go wrong, they take ownership and they find solutions. So if you want to be a better leader, if you want to command respect, if you want people to follow and to be the leader of your family, of your community, of your business, or whatever it is that you've got, you need to take full ownership, full accountability. And the third and final trait here that we're going to talk about is you need to be decisive, especially under pressure. A leader who hesitates loses respect. Learn to make decisions quickly and stand by them. Indecision is a decision to fail. So many people, they don't make decisions for themselves, and there's this little thing inside of our brain called amygdala, and that role and function is to keep you safe, and it helps process fear. And so if there's anything that maybe is different, a decision to change our life or to do something else, that little thing clicks in, and all of a sudden we talk ourselves out of it, or we sabotage ourselves. The best way to get over that is to just act and go straight away before that gets a chance to start talking yourself out of it. Now, one of the biggest things for me is to come back to my why, to come back to the vision and the purpose. Because if I know where I'm heading in life, it makes it a simple decision. Will this thing that I want to decide on, will it help me get to there or not? And if it's a no, then it's an easy no decision. If it will, I'm like, cool, let's do it. Simple. So many people, they don't know their purpose, they don't know what they're here for, they don't have a vision for their life, they don't know what's important to them. So how can they make decisions on what's best for them if they don't even know what they are or who they are or where they're going in life? So we start with that, connect with why, and that will make you so much more decisive in decisions, especially if there's some under pressure. Now, Theodore Roosevelt said, in moments of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The next best thing you can do is the wrong thing. And the worst thing you can do is nothing. Think about that. So even if you make a decision that's wrong, you've still made a decision, and you won't really know until afterwards. Sometimes it's quite clear, and sometimes you make a decision and then another decision, and then you realize that you should have made the other decision, but at the time that was right for you. So we just go, right, this is what it is, let's move on. We've got to deal with this now, let's move on. Don't get hung up on it. I should have done the other thing, because you can't change it. It's happened, just move on with it. So I said I'm going to give you a few things. So what it is I want you to make a list of at least 10 ways of how you've shown each of those traits. So where you have unshakable confidence in your life before, make a list of 10 ways or 10 specific times when you've shown that confidence. The same with the other two. Same times you'll be able to make decisions. The same time you've taken full ownership and responsibility and accountability. Because then what you're doing is you're setting your mind on a journey to find those things. What you look for is what you find. What you focus on expands. So if you start looking for those things, you're going to find them. Your unconscious mind has 5 things, it's going to go, well, here, and here are all ways that I've found that I've had confidence. Well, our mind is very effective, so it's going to go, well, all of these things are, so everywhere must be. And that's why this is so powerful. This is why people get overwhelmed so much too, because they go 1, 2, 3, 4, many, because we can only hold on to so many things. And this is why in these videos I put a lot of 3 steps, because it's so easy for us to comprehend. So do that process. It's work, yes, I get it, but if you do it, it will change things for you. It's a powerful little way just to do it, and you've probably never thought about the times where you have had confidence. You've more thought about the times that you don't. And if you shift the way you think and you feel, your life's going to shift. So leadership isn't about a title. It's about how you show up. Develop these traits and watch how people start respecting and following you. So let me know what your biggest takeaway is on this video. Drop down below what your biggest comments are. If you have anything, reach out to me. I'd love to help you. I've got you back for life. Remember that, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. You made it to the end of the video, and you are one of the top 1%ers who get to this point. Now, if you're sick and tired of not growing to the level that you want, if you're sick and tired of being the same spot that you were 12 months ago, if you're like, you know what, I've got so much more to offer, but I don't really know how to get there, then if that is you, down below, book in your call with one of my team. Just enter your phone, enter your email, and enter your number. And hey, look, we can't reach you if you enter details that are wrong. So enter your right details. We'll be able to reach out to you. We'll show you the 4 stages that we take men through that's going to completely rip you out of your current situation and push you in a new direction that where you want to go. I will push you as hard as I can to get that outcome for you, because I know how much the life is good on the other side of it when we get out of the shit, when we get onto where we want to go. So click the button, and I'll see you on the other side.